Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. I clicked on to the long-range weather forecast discussion for September 15th to 29th. For the 15th to the 19th, this is what we're expecting. We have still a ridge-trough configuration in the east. And we will have a ridge in the center of the nation that will cause above normal temperatures. Now, the trough will lift out of the plains during the period, and this will be quickly followed by the next trough here moving into the west. And this will cause rain from the west to the plains, and we'll look at that at the surface. You see various rain moving into the west and the plains region here. And the trough in the east, combined with the possibility of an upper low developing near the coast, could bring some rain to parts of the eastern seaboard. As we go through the period, you can see some rain is developing near the coast. All right. And we have an upper ridge in the center of the nation that will cause above normal temperatures in the Mississippi Valley and the vicinity, with some areas well into the 90s. And we'll take a look at those high temperatures. All right, so we'll go to 2 p.m. tomorrow. You can see we have temperatures in low 100s reaching here in the plains. Then we go to 2 p.m. on Sunday. Still, we have low 100s here. 80s, upper 80s here, reaching into the Midwest. Then we'll go to Monday. And we have, they cooled down a little bit, but still in the upper 90s, mid to upper 90s across a large portion of the area. And please, just remember, do not keep your pets and your kids in the car for any period of time. Look before you lock. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is Florida. Florida has been receiving rain day after day after day after day. And so we're going to take a look at the rainfall totals here. And we're going to, they're still going to get rain Saturday. Half an inch to close to an inch. Then we go to Sunday. We still get some rain. It kind of dissipates across central Florida, but still raining across southern Florida. And we go to the 19th. You can still see a little over a half an inch in some areas here. Okay. And then we get a little bit heavier by next week again, as a stall frontal boundary interacts with deep moisture across this area. We're going to take a look at the rainfall that has been received so far. And I got to just do something here. Did I do it? I was looking for something on here. Okay, so we see here, we'll put the gauge here. We have some totals reaching 10 to 15 inches since the beginning of the month. Okay, some areas. And then we have some areas here, 5 to 6 inches. 6 to 8, more like 8 to 10 to 10 to 15 inches in some areas. Okay, and we even have some areas here. What do we have? 10 to 15 and 15 to 20. We have this area here, about 15 inch scattered areas here across central and southern Florida with 15 to 20 inches. Okay. All right. So they're still going to get some rain for coming days. Okay. We're going to look at the period for September 20th to 24th. And what we have here is the ensembles depict a low amplitude flow, but the European and GFS, this is the GFS, and here's the European, both have a trough here in this general region of the Northwest and Northern Rockies, zone of flow across the north. So for this forecast period, I am calling for above normal temperatures for much of the country, with anomalies of 8 degrees or more above normal, mainly in this red area. And for precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation here, probability of occurrence 35%, below normal precipitation for this region here. Probability of occurrence is up to 40%, and the highest percentage will be here across the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast. Okay, we're going to look ahead for the period for September 25th to the 29th. And what we have here is the European, let's see, the European ensemble is what I meant to is the only model depicting a zone of flow. But if you look at the GFS and its ensembles, they have ridge, trough, ridge configuration. The ensembles, ridge, trough configuration. They differ from each other too. And then we look at the European. It has an upper low here moving into the plains and kind of like a trough here over the northeast or off the northeast coast. So I'm going to keep the temperature anomaly temperature unchanged for this period. And for precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation for a large portion of the country. Keeping it low because this doesn't mean that it's definitely going to happen. It's a low probability because some models are showing above normal precipitation from the Mississippi Valley to the West Coast. Some are showing below. Some are showing above here. They're just out of sync, crazy. So I'm going to just sum it up and put it at 35% for this area here. So that is the long-range weather forecast discussion for September 15th to the 29th. Thanks for coming Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.